Hey everyone, this is Carrie at American Clay, and today I thought I would do a quick video blog about a question that's come up a few times. What I have found is that anytime I get a phone call, even if I just get a question one time, there are usually a lot of people with the same question. So I hope that this will be helpful. So the question that came up, we had a dealer on the East Coast who brought something to my attention. Apparently we had a designer who contacted us, had contacted me, and had asked me to make a sample. In this case it was Nantucket sand porcelina, and I had made it and mailed it off, and a couple of months later a dealer and an applicator were hired to complete the American Clay job. And they were very smart. They did exactly what we recommend from the manufacturer, which is to reproduce a sample made by the applicator who's going to apply the clay using the material that they're going to put up on the client's wall. So they reproduced the sample, held it up to the sample that the designer liked, the one that I made, and they didn't match. So why didn't they match? So they actually mailed me the sample that they made actually they mailed me mine and then told me the difference in the one that they had created. So I have actually a visual example of what was going on, and I'll walk you through us troubleshooting it and how we figured out what was wrong. So we have two different samples here, and the lighting in this room is not the greatest, but you can probably see that this sample here is a bit lighter than the one behind it. These are both Nantucket sand porcelina, and I made both of them. So this is kind of representative of the sample that I'd created that the designer liked, and this was more like the sample that the applicator made on the East Coast. So why the difference? So as some of you may know, the pigments that we use are mineral pigments, and those we have some control over them and some not. When a new pigment comes through our door, we have to do quality control on it and make sure that it's the same strength and intensity and the same color as the pigment that came before it. And if it's not, I have to reformulate colors so that whatever goes out our door, if you mix it in with the clay, it's going to look the same as the bag you used before that and the bag before that. So in this case, I'm grateful that I'm the one that made these samples, because I know that this particular pigment is very stable. It doesn't change a whole lot over time, and I know how I work porcelina, and so why the difference? Why the drastic difference? So in this case, this is because of the clay. So we're the manufacturers of American Clay, but we get our supplies from all over the country, and the actual clay body in this has changed, as you can see. And when you'll notice this is in colors that don't require very much pigment. Some of our color packs are very small, so you'll notice it more when you're using less pigment than if you're using a lot of pigment. So for a color like Palomino Valley, which is about 2 pounds of pigment per 50-pound bag of clay, you won't notice a slight difference like this as much as if you were using Nantucket sand or Santa Fe tan or something that doesn't require very much pigment. Or even just Snow Canyon, which is the clay without anything in it. So how does this affect you? How can you benefit from this video blog? Well, when you're presenting American Clay colors to your clients, it's important to let them know that, yes, we have a quality control program. It's going to be, whatever color that ends up on their wall is going to be super close to whatever we're putting out on the market. But there are certain things that we can't control, like the color of the actual clay itself, that could make the color differ slightly. So hopefully that will help you to prevent a problem later on down the road. If you notice that when you put your clay up on a wall, or if you make a sample and it differs from the colors in a way that you think is significant, of course you can contact me here at the office, and my number here is 866-404-1634. Or you can email me at carrie@americanclay.com, and I spell my name C-A-R-R-I-E. So I hope this was helpful. Feel free to email or call me anytime you need anything, and I look forward to talking with you guys soon. Thanks.